It is your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my boos? I've missed you. It has been a minute. I've been feeling your guys' energy for a couple of days now, and been trying to get the reading out, but I guess today was a lucky day. So we're gonna see what is currently going on with you and your energy, what needs to come up. It can be based on anything. This is a wisdom reading, so we're going to see so we can touch any sort of subject, whether it is about career, family, or about love. So we got here the King of Pentacles card that came in reverse. So there's a sense of you not feeling stable currently in your energy. Let's see what else is going to come up. There's a sense of you not feeling grounded. And we have here the Nine of Swords, self-sabotage and nightmares. So, unfortunately, a part of the reason why you're not stable is because of your own doing. And no tea, no shade, boo. Oh, sorry, I didn't even say my normal spirit. This is for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign for the lovely, amazing Geminis. Okay, my gems. All right. So back to the cards. So we have here with the Knight of Swords card coming out, it's a sense of you can have what it is that you desire in this lifetime, but you are causing your own pain. For some reason, it's like, let's see what currently why. I want to say that you're causing it because just like a part of you that's not, used to having a stable ground, used to having this type of lifestyle. And the fact that the Ace of Pentacles has come in reverse with a wise investment, there was something, I feel a sense of like, you know, when you put your foot down and you go towards something and then it doesn't work out, you're like, well, you know, I tried and it just didn't pan out, so what's the point? And it's kind of like this negative Nancy kind of voice, and sorry Nancy if you're watching, but there's just this voice in your head that is definitely keeping you trapped. We have here the Four of Swords coming out, healing and recovery. The best thing for you to do to get past this negative energy and to get out of this Nine of Swords energy, this is like something that's keeping you up, something that's keeping you blocked, something that is blocking your happiness, and it sucks that it's your own doing. And no tea, no shade, but we all have our times when we will do this. But there's just seems, I feel a sense of lack of motivation, lack of, you know, effort, of just kind of giving up in a sense, boo. I really do feel like there's just something that just kind of got you down. You definitely have a low energy that's going on currently. We have here the Five of Pentacles, isolated and alone. Something is making you feel left out in the dark. It's just, I really feel as if it's not necessarily like a person per se. I really feel it's more of like you're not where you want to be. It's like you're stuck in a certain stage. Just like you don't know where to go. It's like you're at a crossroads and you're like, which direction? I don't even have any inclination of where to go. Do I go left or right? Do I go straight? Do I stay? Like, it's just, there's a lot of stuck energy, or there's a lot of being in your head. And even here with the 4 and the 5 adding up to 9 again, you have 99 showing up. For me as a reader, nines are about wrapping things up. It's about clearing up the loose ends and, you know, just getting the finer details. But I feel as if it's like you were working and you're doing 1, 2, 3, and you got to 9, and all of a sudden you stopped. You got stagnant. There's a sense of you just kind of giving up in a sense. It's like it's like whatever you were trying to pursue, whether it was a career, whether it was a relationship, it was just like it didn't go the way you wanted to. It didn't happen in the time that you wanted it, and you kind of just stopped because of how it was. See, here we have the Star card and universal alignment. It was like this one thing that was gonna give you your absolute happiness. It didn't work out the way that you wanted it, or it didn't happen in the time that you did, or like you expected it to happen. Or it's like, say example, you're like, you know, by this age I would have this and this already figured out and done, and it's like you don't have it, and you're like, you got stuck. Okay, there's just a sense of a real big blockage. Now, with this card being 17 and adding up to 8 for me as a reader is all about balance, taking the time to make sure that you get in harmony and get in and be one with the universe and your spirit guides. Definitely get connected. A lot of this has to do with your thoughts. Honestly, understand that everything you think, everything you say is manifestation. So if you're sitting there and you're telling yourself you can't do XYZ, you won't be able to do that because you are telling yourself that. It's not a true fact, but you're making it a reality by saying those things and saying those words. I really feel, which makes sense with you being an air sign, you're caught up in your head energy, but understand that when you master your mind, you master your life, and you master the things that you can pursue. And I really feel as there's a sense of, yeah, see, we have here the fifth dimension. There needs to be a sense of leveling up. I feel a little bit of a sense of some scarce energy. It's almost like, can I really get to this point? If I go ahead again, am I going to fail? Is it going to succeed? Do I have to put in so much work? There's a little bit of this blockage. We have here the three, we have here the third party card coming in reverse. And for me as a reader, a third party card is not always about, someone having another significant other or cheating. And some of you, that may be the case. But what I want to mention is when it comes to the third party card, for me as a reader, it's something that basically blocks you from what you're pursuing. Okay? So say, example, you're pursuing a job, your mind space blocks you from having that. You're pursuing a love, your mind space is blocking you from having that. And what I want to say is you will come out of this energy. It's just a matter of when you're going to take the time to actually stop self-sabotaging yourself. Literally stop keeping yourself up at night. Every time you hear that negative voice, or what are you doing to counter it? You know what I mean? There's so many times when we're like, we want this and we want that. And there's a sense of not accepting. It's like, understand that you're not always going to succeed the first time you try. If you do, kudos, boo. But if you don't get stuck in that energy. Accept that it didn't work out. Accept and be appreciative of yourself for trying. What can you learn? How can you progress? And go ahead and try again. I don't remember how many times it was, but if you think about the guy who invented the light bulb, how many times he had to try over and over and over until he can get the light bulb to actually light up and stay lit. Think about it. If he quit on the 20th time, the 200th time, if he quit, a lot of us would not fucking have light right now. Mind you, there might have been someone else that may have come up with it. It's very possible, but it wouldn't have came out the way that it did if he had quit, if he had allowed his mind space to allow him to get to that point of believing in that ego and that pride and that fear, then he would have never succeeded. Same thing with the Wright brothers when it comes to airplanes. If they did the same thing, we would not be flying the way that we are. Like I said, there could have easily been someone else later on, but it wouldn't have happened in that time and in that frame. We have here excuse me, we have here the family card, and it's come in reverse. You have a lot of reversal cards coming up. There's a lot of, I feel a sense of disappointment. Like not, it's like, I know this is a family card, and it's, happy home, happy life kind of thing. It's just like, whatever it was, this main thing, it feels like it's one thing in particular. For some of you, it's that career. For some of you, it's that love, that happiness, whatever it is that fills your cup, that thing that you've been pursuing and wanting, that thing that's like, if you didn't have it in life, you wouldn't be happy. It's that one thing that you're saying to yourself that gives you that. It's just, there's a lot of disappointment because you didn't get it, and you don't currently have it. Pride and ego. Your pride and ego is really keeping you trapped in this. And crossroads. I literally talked about crossroads just a moment ago. Your pride and ego is keeping you stuck. When you keep yourself in this mind space of, I'm not good enough, I can't have this, I can't do this, it's never worked before, it's always been like this, you will not be able to ever progress, to ever go forward. There's something that is keeping you blocked, and it's literally the things that you're saying to yourself. You are keeping yourself in a sad energy, and you're allowing your pride and your ego to win, because it's like when you fail, it's almost like justification. Like, I told you so. I told you it wasn't going to work out. I told you weren't going to get it. Why'd you even try? And it's like you're allowing that voice, you're allowing that energy to win, because you don't know what to do. It's like you haven't tapped into your own spiritual guides, into your own intuition. I feel a sense of your intuition is blocked. You want to try to see if you can take some time to definitely work on your third eye chakra, work on your crown chakra, see, really get refocused. We have here that flipped out is the awakened card, and we have the pause card, unawakened card, and we have the pause card in reverse. So I know that you're blocked, and I'm not surprised that this card has come out. Okay? You're not awakened right now because you're blocking yourself from your own happiness. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock. Okay? You want to learn to trust your intuition. You want to make sure that you're following your spiritual guides, trusting in your gut feeling, and really listening to your heart and your gut. What is telling you to move forward? What is it your ego and your pride that's talking? You know what I mean? Get that clarity. There needs to be a sense of excluding yourself from the outside things of the world, from everything, and just kind of getting into your own energy and just healing. Just kind of like me time. Really taking me time. And I feel a sense of, because you haven't taken the time to pause. Like, if I were to reverse these cards, when you take the time to pause and step back, you awaken. But the longer that you stay in a sense of just go, in a sense of just like living through the emotion day to day, every single time you're doing the same thing over and over, nothing's changing, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, or just kind of stays stagnant. It's almost like you can predict your entire week because it's been the same for the last how many years or how many months. You want to take the time. I feel a sense of get into hermit mode, that's a lot of the Virgo earth energy. Definitely try your best to get that time to exclude yourself from all the noise, all the chaos, all the negative things you're saying to yourself. When you say a negative thing, ask yourself, why are you saying that? Is it true? Where did it come from? Was it your mother? Was it your father? Was it your brother? Was it your cousin? Was it your donkey? Who told you that? You know what I mean? And it's like, is that really your own thought? And you want to, basically declutter your thoughts in order to get clarity, in order to heal. Forgive yourself for the things that did not work out. Forgive yourself, because understand that you did the best that you could in that moment in time. And the best thing that you can amount to afterwards is to make sure that you don't repeat the same patterns continuously in other stages of your life. The next card that we have here coming out, that flipped out as well, was the refocus card and a metamorphosis. Oh my god. Could they have more letters in that word? So we have these two cards coming out. So refocus, redirect on what's the most important thing. I had this challenge recently where I was studying something, and I'm so used to, just having my friends text me and whatnot, and texting them at my break. And I really wanted to go back and message them, and just reply. And I said to myself, what's the most important thing right now? And the first thing I said to myself is loving myself first. And how do I love myself first? By studying what I need to study. Because there's a reason why I'm studying what I'm studying, and it's going to help me. My friends are going to be there the next break. My friends are going to be there after work. My friends are going to be there even after that. And there's a time and place for it. I don't need to be at that constant thing. And we can get so trapped in technology and in these social medias and all these things, and think that we have to respond right away as soon as we get a text or as soon as we have a phone call. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing for you in that moment at that time? and do what's best for you, and understand whatever it is afterwards is going to be there. Okay? You don't have to worry about it. And when I feel that when you get into this moment where you definitely refocus and you definitely, you know, take more time into what it is to fill your own cup, you're going to transform. When it comes here to the butterfly, think about it. You're like at the caterpillar stage. You want to be this beautiful butterfly. You want to, you know, just blossom and bloom. Okay? And it's right now, it's hard for you to see the butterfly stage, but you can get to it. It's there for you. With the moon being here in the background, as you can see, there's a lot of things that you don't know and can't see. And understand that you're not always going to know. You can sit there and you can dissect and go through your mind over and over and over. But at the end of the day, there's just some things you're just not meant to know at that moment. Let's see, what is currently blocking you? So we have here the self-indulgent card, ruthless, embarrassment, and fixated. So some of you are definitely indulging in certain medications. And what I mean by that, you know, that's alcohol, that's drugs, smoking, drinking, whatever you want to say. And also, don't think of it only as that. Like, it's just something that you're doing in order to not face it, you know, always making sure every single day you have friends to chill with, always making sure that you aren't ever alone and you're always having this on the go, that on the go. There's something that keeps you fixated to help you to not have to face this pain. Do you see how sad she is? This is like literally a sad clown. And you see all around her all these things that keeps her trapped. You know, don't worry about the gender, but there's something that you're using to help yourself from staying away from the pain, helping you stay excluded, to not face it. It's like you constantly have this thing on the go where you can't ever really feel the emotion of the situation. I just feel a lot of sadness from this card. Couple things I'm drawn to from this card is the fact that there's five candles right here, and five for me as a reader, and most people is about you know, change and challenge, and the universe is going to be moving things around. You just have to be open to it. And another thing is, if you can see here in the corner, I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but there's actually a deer. And if you have a spiritual animal and it's a deer, or even if you want to, take the time to research spiritual animals for deer, and there's going to be a message for you. Each person is going to find their own way of getting to the answer to what it is a spiritual animal wants to say to you. But I do feel a sense of not seeing, like, you see how I was saying earlier with the candles being five, and that, you know, there's change and challenge, and the universe is moving things around, but you can't see. She's literally looking past it. It's like right in front of her face, you know, but she's looking all the way over there. You know what I mean? And there's just a sense of you not seeing things. With the next cards surrounding it, we have the embarrassment, ruthlessness, and self-indulging. The self-indulging, like I said, it's there's things that you're doing that is, wow. If you look, I hope you can see this on the camera. If you look, they literally have the same eyes. Do you see that? I don't know if it's picking up on the camera. They literally have the same eyes. Wow, I never seen that before. Self-indulgent. Definitely, definitely, definitely. It's like you found a way to justify how you do this. It's like, you know, like I said, it's not all of you. It's gonna be like, you know, something as simple as alcohol or drugs. Sometimes it's just, you know, always going out, always, you know, out and about with other people, always finding some way to not spend time alone. Like, you never really, like, the most time you probably have alone in your head is the one or two times when you wake up in the morning or when you're going to bed. But other than that, you always have something, whether you're playing music, whether, you know, you're talking to someone on the phone, being around someone. There's stuff that you're using to keep you away from actually facing the truth. You have not gone into hermit mode a lot. It has been a long time that you've actually took the time to sit there and be with yourself. And the reason why you haven't done that is because you don't want to go through the pain. You don't want to relive it. And which is, I totally understand that, boo. Don't get me wrong. All of us don't want to ever, like, why would we technically take the time to make ourselves more miserable than we already are? You know what I mean? But there is so much growth in your pain. And there's a time when you can come out of it where that pain is no longer going to have a hold over you. But right now, all you can see is that if I try to work on this, I'm just going to have so much pain. I'm going to have so much pain. A part of you is a little embarrassed that you haven't accomplished what it is that you've been wanting to accomplish. It's almost like, you know, everyone around you is kind of saying, well, I thought you were going to do this, or, you know, I thought you were going to do that, or even you tell yourself, like, I thought I was going to do this, I thought I was going to do that, and it's just a sense of disappointment. But to close out the reading, to bring up some light, because this was kind of a little bit of some heavy energy, poos, and I should have known it would have been this intense with the Geminis. You guys been going through a lot. You guys had a hell of a year last year. And it seems like it's definitely continuing this year, especially the ending of last year. You guys definitely went through quite a bit of change, and it seems as if it's kind of like the aftermath of you guys just a little bit of little stuck. But let's see what wisdom the Spirit want to provide. So we have here the Princess of Wands. I love this card. So think of, so in this deck, it doesn't have pages. It pretty much has princesses. So that's about, you know, new energy, new beginning. Get ready to find something that fills your cup. Really look into what inspires you. What lights you up. What makes you want to be creative, ambitious, you know, expand, be more than you are. Find hobbies. Do you have a hobby? Is there something that you do where it's just for you and not anyone else? Those times that you do that, you'll see how much abundance and love that you'll find from that situation, and how much better that you will be on your day-to-day life. We have here the Six of Swords. I'm really liking this because you're going to move away from this energy. So there definitely is positivity at the end of the road, boo. You are definitely moving away from this energy. It's when you finally took the time to accept that you no longer want to be sabotaging yourself. You want to definitely go forward. So we have here the Four of Wands, and we also have the Sun card. When you get more structure and get more committed to yourself and to the groundedness, you will definitely have this abundance of the Sun. I know it came in reverses because right now, currently in this energy, you're not there yet. You don't have a sense of structure. You're still a little bit on a teeter-totter, kind of wobbly. But definitely you will get into this point where you're going to be structured. You're going to have your balance. You're going to have that, you know, like you're going to know where you are. You're going to know where you're going. You're going to understand just, you know, almost every category when it comes to your life. And you're going to get this prosperity. You're definitely going to move forward. I definitely feel that, and I feel a sense. It's like when you, it's almost like you're in this down energy. You find something that makes you happy, like art, singing, writing music, writing poems, you know, getting up and dancing in the rain. You're gonna find whatever it is that makes you happy, and then it's gonna give you the inspiration to. So basically, this is how I see it as. I see as, if I can hold the cards. I literally see it as you're here. So you're here in this lower energy, right? No tea, no shades, boo. You're in this lower energy. You get to a point where you find something to make you happy, fill your cup, give you that abundance, gives you the inspiration to move on with the Six of Swords energy, which leads you to have more groundedness, more stability, and then that's when you get your absolute happiness. It's like literally step 1, 2, 3, 4. Funny enough, me as and I just saw triple four on the clock. Funny enough, me as a reader, when it comes to fours, it's actually about protection and understanding that the universe and your spiritual guides are actually protecting you at this moment. They just need you to really pay attention to your thoughts and pay attention to the environment you're in. Understand that, yes, there's times when you cannot change your environment, but understand you don't need to change your environment. You need to change your perspective of how you see things. Are you going about life thinking negative, or are you thinking positive? It's not always an easy thing to do, but it's the best thing that you can do for you. Okay, I know I don't have this deck out, but I'm going to try to pull it out. So I'm just gonna see. There's this deck here that I have, which is the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Oh wow, I didn't even like fully open it and cards flew out. I'm going to take all those cards because that's probably what was meant to come out. So what I like about this deck is it really taps into the soul energy, into the mind space, into your head. And I really want to see what it is. And funny enough, if you can see how the cards drop, there's only one that's actually flipped over. The rest of them have actually kind of come face down. So I'm going to read them in the way that it's kind of split up. So we have first here is break the chains, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting, and rewriting the future. The things that has happened in the past does not have to dictate your future. If you see here, if you see in the picture, she has, don't worry about the gender, guys. You see how she has, like, it's dark, really, really dark there from the cave, and then it gets lighter and lighter and lighter, and boom, she's in this beautiful light. Is because she's cutting away, she's breaking away the chains, she's breaking away those things that attach her, the things that are attaching her to this negative energy, the things that are making her being weighed down. Break the chains, let go of the anchor, rewrite, heal yourself. There's certain patterns you've had, you need to heal, understand, grow, rewrite. And it's literally in all those stages, and you will see such a difference in your life. Next card we have here is Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Now, I know most people don't believe in, Jesus and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. It's the message of the card, okay? So we have here seeding the light, laying foundation, divine plan. Understand, like, think of it this way, okay? If you were to plant a flower, you dig up your dirt, you put your seed in, you make sure you water it, you give it light, you give it love, and it will grow. Are you gonna go there to the soil and start yelling like, why aren't you here after day 2, after day 3, after day 4? No, because you know it's going to take time, but you also know you planted the seed, you did all the things necessary, and it will sprout and it will become something beautiful once it is in the divine timing of when it needs to grow. And it comes to the same thing. I'm holding on to the card, guys, sorry. It comes to the same thing when it comes to anything in life that you are doing. You want to make sure that you are planting the seeds and allowing it to grow. As much as you're giving, make sure that you're giving any and everything that it needs. So no matter what, it will grow. It will succeed. It will blossom. This is for any and every category when it comes to your life. You plant the seed, lay the foundation, and it will all happen the way that it's supposed to. There's a lot of 1, 2, 3 going on here, and also 4s. Once again, you have 2 cards here, 2 cards here, 4. So maybe those numbers mean something to you, 3s and 4s. Maybe it's your regular numbers that you've been seeing around. Let's see what the next 2 cards is. So we have here the play card, and we have Council of Life. So with the Council of Life card, it's Divine Orchestra, helpers in the subliminal realm. So when it comes to history, as you can see there, you have like so many people. You have like Jesus, I think there's Mother Mary, there's like a Buddha, list goes on, okay? I don't want to butcher anything. because I don't know everyone in there. But the thing about it is you have all these ancestors. And what I like about this card is the fact of understand that sometimes you will not realize that you have all these forces out there helping you and guiding you. And also understand that you can learn from others. Why why go into the world and try something and make mistakes when you could do a ton of research for someone else that's already done it for 20 years and learn their techniques and learn what they went through, and then you try it. It's always best to make sure that you can find a mentor in something that you already want to be doing, and then actually following through with that and definitely going forward, because there's so much that you can learn in this lifetime, and there's so much more that you can be. But why waste time making your own mistakes? Yes, you're gonna make mistakes. It's the way of life, right? You can't not make mistakes. But instead of making 20 mistakes, if you can get it down to 10, why not get it down to 10? And we have here the last card. So I'm very happy this card has come out. A little bit of light in your reading. So we have here play. Play, 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 play. So have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Once again, don't be so serious. Okay. You guys, I love you, gems. You guys definitely get in your head quite a bit, quite a lot, and I totally understand because, whenever I do readings for you guys, I can feel it. Like I can feel the weight on my head and the cloudiness and the fog when you guys don't have that time to get clear. And what happens is you guys do have a good heart and you do try to put yourself forward for other people, but unfortunately you don't take the time to heal yourself and go to your wounds and really, just fill your own cup. You don't really take the time to fully do that. And with all this self-medicating and all this running and negative energy and negative thoughts that you're telling yourself, you're really holding yourself back from this success. I really feel like there's going to be prosperity in your life and you're going to definitely get clear and you're going to amount to such great things. It just is a matter of when are you willing to let go? When are you willing to change? When are you willing to stop telling yourself all this negative thoughts and going forward into this lifetime and going into the world deserving of everything this life has to offer in prosperity? It's in your hands, boo. It's in your hands. I want to wish you so much peace and love on your journey. Just remember to keep your head held high. Stay strong, boos. I know it is a tough time you guys are going through. I really do feel for you guys. Just know that you can come out of this. It's literally in your hands. Stop being so serious. You don't have to know every step of the road. Just know the first step before you. You don't have to know the 10th step. Just focus on step number 1 and 2 and 3, and all of them will all start folding one after the other once you just focus at one at a time. Just 1 foot at a time. That's it. And you'll see your life is going to change. Until next time, it's your girl Sunshine. Deuces.